Remuneration auction is set off.
Glad to have you with us from Tampa. Raymond James Stadium as a couple of teams get set to square off in the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl. While this game caps off the regular season, how that season is remembered will be impacted greatly by what happens in this game. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on a team from the SEC, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never... before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
Yeah, they're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Georgia lining up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Hokies offense taking the field for a chance. We have to see them today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always...
turning it on. It's a seam wide open. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. The Hokies come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Find some fresh air. All out of space. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Last season, Kyron Drones really didn't play to the level he or Virginia Tech expected for him. Jesse, what does he need to do to return to his 2023 form?
It's consistency and avoiding the negative plays, avoiding the turnovers, making the throws you're supposed to make. question physically, Kylan Drones has all the tools. When you think back to a year ago, if that Hail Mary stands against Miami and they get that win, maybe the season ends differently for Virginia Tech. This is a special talent. He's got to be more consistent.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Hokies are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to make an accurate throw and pick up the first.
The Hokies getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Keeps it going. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
This defense, they are tenacious. And they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong that you can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. He leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Working the middle, it's complete. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Absolutely center cut. Hold on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see what's up with that. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty's going to give the offense a 1st down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He'll do it himself. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. To the air, it's Drones. Right through his hands. He had a touch. and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Branch. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. See if they can be more productive this time around. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before. And it'll be 1st down. Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help him the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receivers, it was kind of below average for every position, but the quarterback is the tone setter, the captain, and having a guy like Gunner at the helm, man, this is a dude they all trust, they all respect.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 25. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, and making the tackle.
And the Dogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Georgia! One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't happy.
We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw, it's Drones. Zings it complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. And the Hokies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
The snap sets up the throw. The screen, he's got wheels. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. The Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. DB's right up on the receivers. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Trying to sneak him out of... that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Sends it back in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the Hokies are moving quickly down the field. They send the tight end in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's Stewart. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The Hokies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Rush is on him. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Looking to throw, it's Drones. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical and then go.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And after finishing off one drive with a field goal, they'll try it again, this time a 47-yard try. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Coming out with it, it's Branch. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's got it inside the 30. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two, and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Pass completion, move the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. The play action fake. Skips away from pressure. Got his man on the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's Stockton. Bringing the heat. Got it in the middle, it's dealt. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
You can just see the command this guy has of the offense. He's been picking this defense apart, matriculating the ball down the field. He's now got him in the red zone, close to the goal line. I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep letting him throw it.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's trying to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. On the one hand, it's good to get points, but you can't keep settling for field goals on these drives if you want to win the football game. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Looking for a man, it's Drones. Makes the catch. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Defense in press coverage. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Dogs! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Behind his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Here's a heat. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Hokies will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Nestles it in at the 35. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive.
He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 15. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets him 30-plus.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Timeout. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Lets it go to the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Reese, talk about an edge of your seat type first half. This Gasparilla Bowl has lived up to expectations. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with zero hesitation. And with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. And sort of an ugly first half, honestly, but the deficit's still manageable if they want to wrap up this season with a bowl win.
This is a team I know that takes a lot of pride, and I'm sure at halftime in the locker room, David, there was some shouting going on. They need to get themselves motivated and ready to go, because they're not out of this game.
Yeah, and when you get that shouting and you get the quarreling amongst each other, you get some motivation. You need something good to happen early. This first possession, get the football, go make something happen, create some momentum.
The Hokies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll keep it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. For straight line speed, Virginia Tech's had a lot of quarterbacks over the years who had some wheels.
I mean, this guy's got so much gas. He can just get up and go so quickly, and then they bring the fake in there, and there's just a lot to try to stop with this Virginia Tech quarterback.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Connection to the right. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. And the Hokies are on the move. Takes the handoff. It's Stewart. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw, it's Drones. Dumps it off in the flats. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back.
Touchdown, Virginia Tech! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. The give to the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with the running back. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carry.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Fires to the tight end. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the fourth quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They go to the ground. Runs through a tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All third downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
Quickly to the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Hauls it in, the first down and more. He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a first down.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on 4th down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
And the Bulldogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
The Dogs have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. He's up to 57 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season. Run in the red zone, it's Frazier. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. 2 minutes timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Power football with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
It's really important at this point of the game late that they at least get a field goal here to make this a two-possession game. So they're staying conservative. They're running the football, keeping it on the ground to execute that idea.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Let's it fly. It's incomplete. A fourth down stop and the turnover on downs. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Looking downfield, it's Drones. Tagged out of the air.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down. Or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's fourth down.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he...
They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on fourth down you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't.
Touchdown, Georgia! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a two-possession game. And guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
But they call it a long shot for a reason, because they've still
He's going to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw, it's Drones. Moving out of the pocket. Can't get him to the ground.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
No gain on the play. Throws on fourth down.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. On fourth down, trying to find his man. A deep throw as the clock winds down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things